These are friends we've had forever.
It's summer magic right there.
Going for all the citrus today. Yeah, it's an aged Scotch whiskey. Carve out a little space for ourselves.
My heart and soul sank with the sun.
It's Fernet Boy Summer. And we had a great porch. That's in the Rababaro family. I'm not going to say that 3 times fast, but
Gather on top of this hill and you wait for darkness to fall.
oh, you're making cocktails? Of course I'll take one. We have the fancy coupes and we have all these things, and it invokes conversation. Hi, my name's Jeremy, and I am on the Newtown Morrismen and Ten Hill Morris. And my sip of summer is the Kingston Club. We all went through COVID, and it was terrible, but in the summer before it was finally over, I was living with Nathaniel Diamond Jones, and we had this amazing porch, and we were able to safely make drinks for people inside and have them stay outside on our porch at a socially distanced space, and provide that kind of normal comfort that we've all experienced with hanging out with friends on a porch. But because everyone was on lockdown and they had their own pods, we were able to still do that. Hey, like, we haven't seen each other in forever. Like, come over, you can stay there, we'll stay here. But we can provide a drink and kind of hang out and catch up. We're gonna start with lime. Fresh squeezed lime juice. If you don't squeeze your own citrus, what are you doing? You gotta do it. 3/4 of an ounce lime. We're gonna take Drambuie, which is the main liqueur in this, 1.5 ounces of this. Equal parts of pineapple juice. And this calls for Angostura bitters, but you can use any kind of your favorite bitters. 2, 3. And this calls for a bar spoon of Fernet. I really like Fernet, so I'm actually gonna do 2 bar spoons. If you go over, it's okay. Everyone likes Fernet. And then you're gonna top it off with ice in the shaker. And you're gonna shake for about 20 to 30 seconds. Fill up your glass. Pour it out nice. Should be a nice kind of tangerine looking color. Then you top it off with unflavored club soda. Then for a garnish, just a lemon peel. Kingston Club. Hope you enjoy. The warm weather, we're in Vermont, everyone's happy, we're doing what we love.
full loop summer perfection.
You can kind of take this formula and riff on it however you want.
Hi, I'm Erica, and I am part of Muddy River Morris, Orion Longsword, and Candy Wrapper VSOP. And this is my sip of summer. One of the most magical summer experiences I've ever had was at Sidmouth Folk Festival. I've gotten the opportunity to go with a few dance teams several times, and you spend this entire week dancing together in this tiny seaside town. And on the final night of this festival, you go up to the top of this hill and wait for it to become dark enough. And all of the dance teams who've been there all week performing here and there and at that corner and at that spot and at that pub walk and process through the entire town, dancing, holding a torch that is on fire. And it's amazing. And every single team that you've gotten to know is there, and every single person in the town who's been watching all week is there watching. And you walk through with these torches that are on fire, and you dance, and there's music. One Morris tune over there, one Morris tune over there, and you're just smiling away because you're holding fire, and you're seeing the faces of everyone you've seen all week who are there, experiencing the culmination of this amazing week with you. And you process down to the sea, and you stumble onto the rocks, and you wait there together with your friends, and you stand on those rocks, and you watch the whole beach fill up with these little glimmers of light and torches. And then suddenly fireworks appear out of the sky, and you just walk down to the sea and dip your torch in and put it out. And the week is over, and it's summer magic right there. Now I'm going to make you my sip of summer, which is called a devoted monk. First ingredient, cachaça. This is basically a Brazilian white rum. Next up, Aperol. This is an Italian aperitif. It's a sweet one. Who doesn't like an Aperol spritz, I ask you? Following that will be our citrus. And the final ingredient is green chartreuse. Let's add that green in there. Last but not least, a pinch of salt. Thank you, Jillian Stewart, for this one. And now we'll take our ice, preferably from a vintage Penguin ice holder. And this is a shake and drink. So here we go. Look at that orange. A great mix. Perfectly balanced, sweet, savory, tangy, summer.
But I would love to wake up in the morning and smell those pines.
That's the point of all this, is kind of bringing people together through mixology, in a sense, you know?
For something you feel refreshed, recharged, rejuvenated, excited to take on the world.
More people were coming in to join our little circle.
And it rained a lot of the time. And I remember near the end of the summer, it was really sunny out, but then it very suddenly started pouring down rain, and everyone took shelter except this small group of girls who ran out and they were dancing in the sun and the rain.
Hey, I'm Michael. I am a member of 10 Hill Morris. Newtown Morris Men, American Traveling Morris, and I'm here to present to you with my sip of summer. So, one of my favorite late spring, early summer traditions takes place at the Marlborough Morris Sale. It's kind of great to take it as an opportunity to establish your own little seasonal tradition. So one thing that we've been doing is when we arrive on Friday night, which is the first night that we get there, before we go and see all our friends and everything, we set up our tents in sort of a circle. We have a table in the middle, and we have cocktail makings and maybe snacks, stuff like that. And we create a little space for ourselves where we can get away from the bigger party. It's an event with hundreds of people, and it's really fun to sneak off with a few of your friends, go have a little drink, regroup, take a breather. One thing that I've contributed to this in recent history has been to bring a few bottles of nice pastis, which is anise flavored liqueur that I first drank in Marseille in the summer. What you do in France is like you can go to like basically any cafe in like Marseille or whatever and put down your €2 and get a glass of ice and a carafe of water and a little shot of pastis. And you just sit there and sip on it and add water, and you get the fun cloudy effect, and it's nice and hydrating. And my cocktail kind of is in that same family of drinks with a lot of water because it's summer and you need to drink water. I started bringing this, got kind of the best brand I could find here. Someone else brings glassware and a carafe with like a spigot, and we could throw a bunch of ice and water in so that we can just fill our glasses. We do that on the Saturday morning after we've had a night's partying and everything and are getting ready to go out touring with our friends. As other people are kind of getting into the spirit of things and playing music and starting to do some dancing and stuff, we kick back with our glasses of pastis in the morning, have a little hair of the dog, have a lot of water. In this past year, which was kind of the first time we had been able to get back together, we kind of made our setup a little more inclusive. We had a canopy tent and more seating and stuff, and we got up and made pour over coffees for people, and also had the pastis. And so a bunch of people who hadn't even ever tried it before or anything came in and joined our little circle and got to have a first taste of this funny like anise flavored drink, which is an interesting thing to have first thing in the morning, but somehow really works. And it's just really nice kind of to have this little moment with this silly drink and create a tradition and create memories with your friends. All right, so let's get into the sip of summer itself. This is my take on an Amaro soda. So first I'm going to put some ice in a glass, and I'm going to use my hands because I can. Yeah, about a third of the way up. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of our Amaro. And then I have orange, lemon, and lime here. And so we're just going to do a nice little wedge of each, maybe about that big. And we're going to squeeze it into the glass and drop it in as well. Try to make them about the same size, but it really doesn't matter. Let's go for that one. Finally, the lime. That's good enough. I want a lot of lime. And now we're going to top it up with club soda, not plain seltzer, club soda. The difference is that club soda has some added minerals, so it offsets, it's a bit alkaline, like it has basically baking soda in it, I think most of them. So it offsets the carbonic acid that you get from dissolving CO2 in water, so that's why seltzer is a little bit like sour. And then We're going to give this a little stir to mix everything up together. We don't want to do it too much because we don't want to totally decarbonate it, but it's no good if you don't mix it a little bit. And then to finish, I'm going to do some basil. So I'm just going to do a little chiffonade here, which is a classic way to cut basil. So you just kind of make a little cigar out of some of these leaves. You roll them up tight, and then we're going to cut it into thin ribbons. And that way you kind of maximize the amount of cut surface area here, and it looks nice and pretty. So we're going to do a little thing on top with a straw. And that's my sip of summer.
Know why?
Why? Why'd you ask? I don't know.
Let me know why we do this.